Hey, everybody. Welcome again to Tequila Talks with your host, George, aka Jorgito. And today's guest is, guess who? Yours truly. I know I was a guest on a previous episode, but this is episode part two. And Anna whipped up some good questions. So I'm eager to see what they are. So let me know. I'm ready.
Let's get into it. Interviewing George 2.0 Fun Question Edition. Okay, so today we're going to start off with very on theme with tequila style icebreakers. So, number one, if your life was a tequila cocktail, what would it be called and why?
Tequila cocktail. Well, when I was drinking. Now I'm 80 days sober, just FYI, and counting. But I was drinking tequila neat. But if it was a cocktail, man, there's so many great cocktails out there, man. That's a great question. Let's keep it simple, a Paloma. But my Paloma does have diet squirt. It has Topo Chico. It
Okay.
has, a tequila reposado from Mexico. And then we do put some tajin and chamoy on the rim with some fresh squeezed lime. Not lime juice from a bottle, but it has to be freshly
Yeah.
squeezed. And then you could put some either slices of orange or grapefruit on the rim. And that would be a Jorgito style Paloma. Just has not too much sugar, because
Important.
sugar can be bad, especially if you're drinking too many palomas.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be the Jorgito Paloma that I would make.
We like it. Health conscious.
Yep.
Okay, our second question of the day. Have you ever had a tequila fail moment you can laugh about now?
Plenty of those in my life. I mean, I can laugh at them all because they're all learning experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what life's about. But a funny one. Let's go back to my 21st. That sticks out. I was in Mexico in Cancun for spring break. That's when MTV Spring Break was huge at that time.
Wow.
And I was in Cancun and had too many tequilas. And I accidentally went into a women's bathroom. There was no labels in the bathroom. So I didn't know if it was a female or male, but I had to go.
Okay.
So I ended up going, unfortunately, to a female bathroom. Luckily, nobody was in there. And yeah, by the time I was coming out, women were going in and they're like, "Hey, that's a women's bathroom." I'm like, "I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm not a creep. Don't yell at me." But that was a funny moment back in my younger days.
That's so funny. Okay. And last tequila themed question. You're stuck on a desert island. What three things and one bottle, although I think we already know the answer to that part, are you bringing?
Three things in an island. I hope it's a beautiful island. What three things? Agave, my dog. He's a must. He's my
Hmm.
buddy. He's gonna go with me everywhere. That's one. The bottle of tequila, because I'm not drinking, if I had to take, would be the alcohol free or zero proof tequila. Oh, and the third thing I'm bringing, man, there's so many things that come to mind, but I would love to bring my soulmate. That would be somebody that would be a best friend, would be your partner, would be your love, your everything, and somebody that you can't get bored of. Because if you're stuck on an island,
Yeah,
you want to you want to be with somebody that you're not going to be bored. Somebody that you can do everything with. So that would be my third thing to bring is my soulmate.
very solid three things. Okay, this is going to be a rapid fire round. So
Ooh, my favorite.
lock in, George, lock in. Okay, ready? Sunrise or sunset?
You know what? I'm an early bird, so sunrise. Because that sun is my happy moment, my happy place, and I'll get sad seeing the sun go away. So sunrise. That would be my thing.
Valid. Text or call?
Oh, I'm a hybrid, but you know what? I'm also old schooler. Give me a call. I want to hear your voice.
What was your first car?
Ooh, a 1996 Chevy Cavalier 4-door champagne color. Man, that car was so reliable, never broke down on me. Even in the snow, it never got stuck. It was an awesome car.
Perfect car. What is your guilty pleasure song?
Anything from the weekend, so the weekend is one of my favorite artists, or it could be a Morgan Wallen song. Right now I'm listening to him on repeat. He's awesome. I can't wait to see him in concert.
What's your walk-up song if life was a baseball game?
Ooh, I love that one. You know what? Let me grab my phone. Where is it? I might have to get back to. I don't know the name of it, and I'm trying to see my history on it, but I'm gonna have to come back to that one because I want to play. So hold that thought.
Okay, well, I'll ask again at the end.
Yeah, that.
Okay, switching gears again a little bit to some more behind the scenes real talk. What's something people assume about you that's totally wrong?
Things. I don't know. I have such a positive mindset now that I'm assuming people think the best about me. A lot of people have opinions, and without getting to know who Georgia is, they might think, I'm super busy. That's one thing I get a lot. Oh, I don't reach out to you because you're super busy or you think super busy. I'm like, no, I have a balanced life. You know what I mean? So don't assume I'm super busy. I always have time for people. I have a balanced career, balanced life, and I want to make time for everybody that needs a little Jorgito time.
Super important. If you weren't in mortgages, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Oh man, I've been in mortgages since 17 years old. But what I did want to do when I was in high school, I wanted to be a sports agent. I'm a big sports guy. I love sports and representing athletes and getting their contracts. That's something that I wanted to do, but you needed to go to law school. You need to do a lot of things. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
nobody got time for that. So, but my calling and my purpose is still mortgages.
That would have been super cool. Is there a small moment that changed everything for you?
Well, I don't want to say it was small, but then this year a lot changes have been happening in my life, but for the best. When bad things happen, your mindset's why. You ask why, and it takes time to process. I learned a lot of patience, especially this year. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a spiritual person, religious person, and I'm very grateful to God for everything that He's done for me. And with time, I understood, why everything happened. And I'm just so grateful for all his blessings. He doesn't stop blessing me, and, I don't focus on the negative anymore, having emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, and patience has helped me a lot. So I have many philosophers to thank for that, and I'm so grateful.
It's beautiful. Which past job taught you the most, even if you hated it?
My first ever job, I don't remember. Maybe I was a early teen. I was a paper boy route,
Oh,
and it taught me to wake up early. It taught
wow.
me
Yeah.
to be to the early bird gets the worm. You know what I mean? And I'm in high school or young. Maybe I was a freshman or just graduating eighth grade. I don't remember how old I was, but I was super young. And at that time, youngsters treasure their sleep. You know what I mean? They want to sleep. They don't
Hmm.
like to get up early. But that job definitely made me be an early bird, or helped me be an early bird, helped me be punctual and committed and take everything I do seriously. So my paper boy route was definitely
That's a cool job.
it.
What advice would you give your 21-year-old self?
Ooh. Learn human behavior, educate yourself on human behavior. I've been focused on that, man, for the last 3, 4 months, religiously, nonstop, every day. Anytime I'm in the car or at the gym, I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening to these philosophers. psychologists. Learning human behavior. That's definitely gonna help you a lot, whether it's relationships, career, friendships, your parents, your siblings, just learning human behavior. Wow, you're going to be ahead of the game, and you're going to be so emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature that you're going to have emotionally safe place for people, and yeah, that would be the advice I would give young George is learn human behavior, and you'll be at the top of your game.
Super interesting. Very cool. Okay, switching gears again to more personality and passions based questions. What's something you're secretly really good at?
Confidently speaking, I'm good at a lot of things, but that people might not know, maybe cooking.
Hmm.
Lately, I know my mom taught me as a youngster to be self sufficient. To make sure you take care of yourself in all aspects of life, cooking, cleaning, chores, laundry, whatnot. But cooking is something that I'm exploring a lot, especially with different recipes, different things. But yeah, I can cook, I can grill, I can make a great dinner, great breakfast, lunch, snack, whatever you want. I got you.
And just out of my own curiosity, what's your signature dish?
Oh, well, I've been doing a lot of healthy stuff. Like cooking chicken, bison, shrimp. But I'm gonna take my mom's recipe. It's called sopa de crema. I made it not too long ago, and it came out fire. It's eggshell pasta with sour cream, roasted tomatoes that is blended into, that it's blended with um, poblano peppers, slices of ham, and it's real,
It's really
real
good.
good. Oh my
That
God.
sounds
My
good.
mom's made that since I was able to chew food. So, and since she's no longer with us, God bless her soul, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna stop that tradition. My mom would
Yeah.
make that on special occasions, birthdays, whatnot, and I'm gonna continue that tradition in her honor.
Traditions are so important. What is your favorite quote or motto that you live by?
Recently and moving forward, a day above ground is a good day. So don't waste any day being sad or being angry. Try to live the best you can. Learn, educate yourself, be around people that genuinely care for you. But any day above ground is a great day.
It's a nice one. Who's someone in your life that always tells it to you straight?
Oh, there's a few, but if you're watching this, prima, Michelle Flores, God bless her soul. She's been an angel in my life, and she's a straight shooter. Whether I'm right or wrong, she don't sugarcoat it. She doesn't just because we're family, doesn't mean she's not going to check me. And I need that. I need somebody to speak the truth and tell me how it is, uh, whether it's right or wrong, or how can I always improve myself. And people need people like that in their lives. And I'm so grateful for her to be in my life to tell me if I'm doing something wrong or change my mindset or my perspective about things. So I definitely respect and appreciate her feedback. So Michelle, thank you.
What's the weirdest compliment you've ever received? I feel like this is going to be a fun one.
The weirdest compliment? I don't know. What is defined as weird?
Maybe something that caught you off guard.
What I've been told is just some like celebrity lookalikes. I'm trying to think. It was a salsa singer. Um, he sings "Cara de Niño" or something like that. I forgot his name.
Hmm.
I had to look that up. I'm like, okay, maybe, possibly, but just resemblance of certain people. That's nobody bad.
Yeah.
Some celebrities and whatnot. But I had to really process and think. I'm like, okay, yeah, kind of, sort of. So
Who inspires you, even if they don't know it?
that's a great question. I have my close friends inspire me. These authors that I'm reading their books inspire me. People who, nobody in general specifically, but people that are patient and have mental maturity, emotional maturity, and how they remain calm in situations, they inspire me. That they motivate me to be like that. When you're patient and when you're you know have so much calm and not reactive, man, that's a superpower.
Yeah.
So I've been honored to meet a few people like that, and been honored to learn about these people, even people that just know about human behavior. And it's like, man, I my goal is to be like you, so I'm working extra hard to be like them, where I can remain cool, calm, and collective, the three C's.
Yeah. And to end on a deeper note, fast forward 10 years, what's the one thing you hope hasn't changed about you?
Well, this is an evolved George, which is a new George. So if y'all haven't been to lunch with me or met me or seen me lately, this is a different George you're going to be meeting. But 10 years from now, what's not going to change is a few things. Just, my soul. I'm a kid at heart. I like to bring great positive energy. I love humor. So try to make people smile, laugh, feel comfortable. And just be motivating. That's going to be George until God says, "All right, come with me." So I want to be that inspiring person. That can lift up people. So that would be
Beautiful.
Jorgito.
And just a little callback to our earlier
Oh yeah,
question that
yeah,
you
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to come back to. What did you ever find your walk-up song?
This part right here.
Soy mexicano, esa es mi bandera. Yo la levanto por donde quiera. Verde, blanco, rojo.
That would be my call up song when playing baseball. Soy
Very
mexicano, esa mi
cool.
bandera. Because I'm definitely proud of my heritage. When somebody says you fight like a Mexican, you work like a Mexican, that's a compliment. Because being Mexican is strength. They're hard workers. And, I'm just, if I can be reincarnated again, I want to be Mexican again, So I love my culture. I love my people. I love my food. I love everything about Mexico. And that's where I'm going to be retiring. That's where I'm going to be living, in Mexico. So, yes, even though US is my country, I was born here. I'm a proud American citizen, but my heritage is Mexican and I'm proud to be Mexican American.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us today.
No problemo. Thank you. I love these questions. And, man, I can't wait till the next one. All right.
Bye.
Deuces. Adios. See ya.